Hello everybody, today we're taking a look at a game between Team Reno Tinkerino and Team Empire for the ESL ONE Frankfurt 2015 qualifiers. This game had some interesting heroes in it, heroes that don't necessarily are super popular, but kind of popular, I don't know. There's a Night Stalker that's gonna be in this game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Night Stalker does. So far we have only seen one game of that hero. We have seen him banned a few times though. I don't really know why people pick him yet, because that one game wasn't great for the Night Stalker. This one seems a little better, so I think it's appropriate to take a look. Also, buckle up, this one's gonna take a little while, it's like 50 minutes, but I guess you know that, right? Yeah, I guess you have a video time. I don't, did you ever think about that? That's a little weird. Anyway.
10 seconds to go.
Other heroes that I really look forward to seeing, Queen of Pain. I'm trying to learn a bit about that hero. I think she's very powerful, and just getting to see her played in a professional setting is probably gonna help me a bunch if I just actually take care to look at it. There's also Shadow Fiend, one of my all-time favorite heroes, right? Shadow Fiend is the kind of hero I can always watch just because I love him. I love Shadow Fiend. Treant Protector, similar thing there. Like, I just love those two heroes, and if they are in a game, then we're already up for a good one. We're gonna see an Earthshaker come out from Team Empire here. As per bands, we've got Io, Bristleback, Storm Spirit, and Vengeful Spirit for Team Tinker, and we've got Troll Warlord, Axe,
10 seconds to go.
Zeus, and Sniper for Team Empire.
5 seconds.
Juggernaut still in the pool, which I think is interesting and actually quite surprising. You would expect to see that hero either banned or picked early, but I guess they, don't really value him as much as other heroes. I gotta admit, if it comes to the big four right now, right, Troll, Warlord, Sniper, Axe, and Juggernaut, I think Juggernaut is the weakest one. Then it's probably going to be Sniper and Axe and Troll are at the top. Or maybe Sniper. I don't know. I think those three are better than Juggernaut, but to me, they all four belong into one category. Oh, Omni Knight, that's going to be an interesting fella. They don't have a carry yet, so I expect Team Reno Tinkerino to pick up something that allows them to right-click. Maybe something like a Phantom Assassin. Probably a Manta hero. I don't really know what they're gonna go for here. It's actually kind of a difficult call to make, but we're gonna see about that, right? There are a lot of viable carries, and Anti-Mage would still be possible. I guess not. Yeah, Anti-Mage seems really powerful here. He basically, well, he doesn't need to worry about Scarif Mage or Earthshaker or a lot of Shadow Fiend's damage, actually. He likes to get Manta Style, which makes it so that Treant Protector's ultimate won't do that much. And Scarif Mage is also a prime target for the ultimate. So all around, I feel like, Anti-Mage would have been really good for Team Tinker here. We're going to see the Night Stalker come out from Team Empire as the last pick. And now it's up to our dire side to choose their carry for the game. They have 20 seconds. It's going to be interesting. It really will be interesting. I don't quite know how to deal with a Night Stalker. They could go for something more offensive. I mean, their team is already pretty scary early on. They could go for Necrophos. I always think Necrophos is very powerful in combination with any sort of additional healing, because then it's just so difficult to take him down.
5 seconds.
I don't expect to see him though. Let's just Phantom Lancer. I like that. Again, also another Manta style hero. I think those are important in this game. Also allows you to dispel the the Scarif Mage silence. Right, like that's pretty neat. And another cool thing about the Phantom Lancer, he also likes to get a diffusal, so he's got another dispel going on. I think this one will work out pretty well for Team Tinker. It just seems like Phantom Lancer can be very powerful. For the longest time, Earthshaker was considered to be kind of a true counter to Phantom Lancer. I don't believe that to be true whatsoever anymore. In fact, I don't even believe that Earthshaker is in any way a good hero against Phantom Lancer. I think those two don't interact whatsoever. Now, yes, given the right situation, Earthshaker can still absolutely destroy a Phantom Lancer and his team. right? Given the right situation. It's just that with the new style of Cancer, no, we shouldn't say that. It's not really that funny. But with the new style of Phantom Lancer, or well, with the new skill set of his, it's really not as much about creating an army and keeping it around for pushing and, you know, fighting. Like that's what the old Phantom Lancer was about. You created an army and then you used that army to do something. Now with this new Phantom Lancer, you just rush in, kill something with an army, and then the army vanishes anyway. So as long as he just doesn't get jumped in that very moment when he has a lot of illusions, which is gonna last a few seconds at most, he should be fine. And that's why I really don't think that Earthshaker and Phantom Lancer are heroes that interact on any like higher level. I just don't see that anymore. Yes, it definitely used to be true, but you know, times change and heroes change, and you know, you gotta adjust. So
30 seconds to
anyway,
showtime.
we're gonna see the Queen of Pain in the mid lane because that's what she's good at. We will have, of course, top with the Phantom Lancer for Team Tinker. Earthshaker appears to be going off lane. That's a little interesting. On the other side, Shadowfiend mid. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. And then we will see a Night Stalker safe lane. You know what? I'm a little surprised by this, I have to admit. But you know, whatever the hell works.
Got a feeling this is gonna be good.
And if they think this works, if they think that the Night Stalker is indeed powerful enough to carry this game, then that's just what's gonna have to happen. Alright, that just seems like a decent idea. Shadowfiend will be in the mid. Obviously, I mean, Shadowfiend is just an insanely powerful hero. Like, this guy is amazing. We have a resolution against Quoya. I don't know, matchup in the mid. Now, Shadowfiend against Queen of Pain, I would personally consider even. I think this one comes down to skill, right? I think those two heroes both do nasty things to each other. And honestly, the one that comes out ahead is the better player, usually, right? Or the one that gets ganked less, I suppose. But no, I can definitely see this one going in either one's favor. I think both heroes are very powerful. Both heroes kind of do a similar thing, as in they have a lot of burst and can nuke down creep waves easily. And all around, I feel it will be an interesting matchup. Now, other than that, at the bottom we've got the Night Stalker and a Scarif Mage going up against an Omni Knight Bat Rider lane. Well, that's a little interesting, I guess. I suppose Bulba might just be looking for that level 2 and then it's gonna take a hike in the jungle or something along those lines. Not quite sure. And Loha Dance is, you know, currently pulling through, stacking, doing those kind of shenanigans. I don't know. This just seems like a little bit of an odd lane. Of course, up top we have that Earthshaker going up against the Lion and the Phantom Lancer. I'm guessing he won't have a great time here. Right now, it's not looking that bad, but frankly, that's right now, and that will end soon. It's just that Earthshaker doesn't have a great way of dealing with, you know, like a powerful dual lane. I mean, what can he do? He can throw out a Fissure, yes, definitely. He can block off some people, if given the opportunity. But if not, then he just can't. And then that's just not gonna happen, so there's always that. Oh well. The Omni Knight Bat Rider lane at the bottom, I think is very interesting. We've got Treant Illusions coming in, just to be a little bit annoying. This kind of seems like an off lane, right, for the Bat Rider, but they just slapped the Omni Knight there so that he doesn't die horribly over and over again. I suppose that's a pretty decent idea, because Night Stalker actually hurts really bad early on. I mean, the Void is powerful. Definitely. Oh, it definitely is. I mean, once he hits level... No, not level. Minute 4. The Knight's gonna start setting in, and I think that's when they planned on getting some kills, but with the Omni Knight being there, that's just not gonna happen, I guess. Oh, look at Pyla die. This is just a cute little trick, but as you can see, right, he's got a 10-second respawn timer to go back to the base without boots, heal up, and then walk somewhere else. It would take you longer than just dying to the creeps, so he suicides himself, resurrects back at the base, and, you know, starts walking somewhere else. He didn't even lose, like, he lost like 20 gold because you, of course, buy all of your items beforehand. You know, it's just a cute little trick you see a decent amount of. Anyway, it appears that Yoki just kind of gave up on the top lane. Not very surprised by that. Oh, Quoya! Quoya almost goes down to the razors. Yeah, that's, again, I think this matchup can go either way. Shadow Fiend, however, is always one of those heroes where the matchup can go either way, because he's just very powerful. At the same time, if they start looking for a gank on the Shadow Fiend, I think they can definitely do so. Oh, and Yoki finds the Queen of Pain, or maybe the Queen of Pain finds him. Not really sure. Not really sure which way this relationship is going. Appears that the Queen of Pain found him. You know what? That's fine. And bot room gonna get secured. And actually, the first blood coming out. Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted by that Queen of Pain. Allow me to take another look. We just gonna see the slow come out from the tree and a few attacks and the Scarif Mage nuke. To finish off that kill, nothing too complicated, nothing too difficult. That's of course one of the biggest upsides of Treant Protector. He has the highest base damage in the game, and it's not even a contest, right? Like you see how sometimes like there's a running competition and people are like, somebody won, right? And you're like, oh, you know, but that was pretty close, right? Like that the guy that came in second, he was like 10 seconds behind or something. It wasn't too bad. We're not talking about 100 meters with. Anyway, but point being, it was like, you know, he was a little bit behind, but not too far. This is not that. Like, this is the kind of running competition where only one person is on the track and everybody else is in wheelchairs trying to get to the track. Like, it's not even close. It is not even close. Meantime, Earthshaker gets picked off at the top. Now Sanan is running in. Maybe looking to turn this around. The night is going on and he does have the face boots. He's strong, he's powerful. One attack. Already on the Pink Panda, the second one connects 90 damage per hit. And there we go with the nuke to finish off the kill. So, while that at first seemed like a bit of an unfortunate TP, you know, those are always the worst ones where you go in and you're like, well, that was a waste and now I can't even farm my bottom lane anymore. But no, this one actually worked out. And it actually seems that Silent is now hunting for kills. The night is going on and he can definitely do it. That Silence is strong at level 1. That's 5 seconds, but the Queen of Pain is away. She knows what's going on, and she's not going to risk it. You know, sits back a little bit more, plays it safe. Seems like a decent idea.
Dyer's mid tower could use a little help.
Well, Resolution is doing great. You know what? I really actually like Resolution as a Shadow Fiend player. We have seen quite a bit of Team Empire. I don't know why I do a lot of Team Empire games, by the way. That is not intentional. I just kind of pick games that look interesting. And it's probably because I really like their drafting, right? I like the way Team Empire drafts. God, I missed another kill. I'm so sorry. I always get distracted by things. Oh well. But I just like the way Team Empire drafts. And that's why I tend to pick a few of their games. Oh, the silence coming out. The nuke. Down goes Quoya. Oh, honestly, the silence wasn't even necessary. Because she couldn't... Like, she just got her blink of cooldown. It wasn't gonna happen. Gotta be careful with that. Gotta be careful. Especially if you only have 1 point into it. Which this is a very powerful Queen of Pain build, by the way. It works really well. You just get 2 points into the Shadow Strike and then you max 1 point into Blink, max out the Scream of Pain. Really, really good. Deals a lot of damage, very useful. The second point into the Shadow Strike actually makes quite the difference. It's not so much about the damage or the slow, but it's about the cast range. Like 475 is far more useful than 400. It really is. It does make... It's significant. So... yeah, that's usually why you get the second point into it. At least that's what I do. That's my reason. I don't really know if it's the same for the pro players. Maybe they're just lazy and they like having 2 points into it. I don't know. But it's a very powerful build nonetheless. Treant Protector is just stacking up the jungle for the Shadow Fiend. This is of course fantastic because this hero is very good at taking down jungle camps. And, you know, he just runs in and races it a few times. It doesn't really matter how many creeps there are. Right, because 3 races are basically gonna kill anything. So, it makes no difference whether or not it's 1 camp or 6, right? Except that with 6 camps you get more money. Oh, Quoya, running in on Always Wanna Fly, but the Treant Protector keeping his body alive for the time being. Oh, the silence is gonna connect and down goes Quoya, getting greedy right here. Pylite Eye might be next in line, he's also silenced up. The stun, the race, and down goes the Omni Knight. Oh man, you gotta know when to retreat, man. I'm sorry, that was just not a smart call to make. Yeah, man, yeah, I know it's a Scarif Mage and you want the kill, but motherfucker. you're right next to their tower. You have to expect TPs, right? In that kind of scenario, you get the kill and you get out. And if you can't do that, then you just get out, because else you will die, which is exactly what happened. Both of them go down. And Team Empire is starting to push ahead quite a bit. There's 6 kills now. You know, it's not a huge lead, but you can see, like this is not really about the like numbers per se. This is more about the idea of they are pushing ahead, and they're climbing up that chart, I suppose. Meantime, Resolution seems to be going for Yules this time around. The last few times he played the Shadow Fiend, we did not see a Yules. He liked going for a Shadow Blade first. I wonder if he's going for Yules and Shadow Blade. I would like to see that. That's kind of my build. Now, I'm not saying that he got it from me, by the way. Like, it's just what I like to do as well. So, it's pretty powerful. Honestly, it's really nice. Oh my god, look at these illusions. Yeah, that's just the worst. How's the Phantom Lancer doing? Pretty solid. He's got some money. It's nothing too crazy, but he's got the second most last hits in the game. Of course, Shadow Fiend will be ahead. Right. That's just... Honestly, we could say that the Phantom Lancer has the most last hits in the game, because it doesn't matter how many the Shadow Fiend has. He has more. He always has more. That is the point of the hero. Like, that's nothing that needs to be stated specifically. And he's getting really rich right here. I'm guessing he's got the Void Stone on the courier. Yes, taking down those huge creep camps, of course, makes a phenomenal difference. And there we go, the finished duels, 9 minutes into it. 87 last hits, he's got a kill on top of that, and now he's got the Eos. It doesn't have a Ring of Aquila yet. I would like to see that, it actually makes quite the difference. But you know, if he doesn't want to, I think going for the Eos straight away seems fine. I really don't mind that whatsoever. Especially since he has a lot of team support, right? This Shadow Fiend is getting babysat to the maximum extent. Like, they just want to make sure he has money. More so than anybody else. More than the Night Stalker. More than... Actually, that's it. I guess the Earthshaker could also be considered kind of a carry core, I guess. I don't know. But they want to make sure Resolution is doing fine on that Shadow Fiend. And... they are doing so. Oh, most definitely they are. This bottom tower is gonna drop right here. And it actually does go to Resolution as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what he builds. Again, usually he likes to get a Shadow Blade. I personally like the Shadow Blade a lot, but, you know, we're gonna see about it. Again, Shadow Fiend is one of those heroes where you really have to adjust your item build every game. Right, you can't just stick to one mentality. If you see, okay, you know what, I need a Blink Dagger here. You get a Blink Dagger. If you see, oh no, right, the Yules is just not gonna do anything, then you don't get a Yules. Though I would still recommend the Yules because it's a great farming item. But you get the idea, right? Like, you always have to switch up your item build. You always have to adjust to what's going on. And you need to use your resources well, because that's what you are, right? You're a walking bunch of resources, and a huge amount of them. He's gonna get the Ring of Aquila anyway. Yeah, I like that. I think that's really nice. It helps a lot. It's such a tiny item, but it's actually quite important. And Night is still not going on, but they're gonna get scouted right away. Oh, the Sun's big scream! Koya might go down anyway. One more attack is gonna do it, but no, Magic Immunity and Heal coming out. Always wanna fly next in line to drop. Yoki running in, dunks their team, but it's not gonna be enough. Bulba drags in Resolution. This might not be a great idea. Yules himself. I don't like that. I should have just popped the odds. There we go! Down goes almost half of Team Tinker, and there the Phantom Lancer also falls. The only one to get away is Squashva. That fight started out great for Team Tinker and ended horribly. That is... I guess it's not too bad. But the Night Stalker got a lot of money out of it, and you lost your main carry. It just wasn't that fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful Sonic Wave though. Queen of Pain really came through on that one. She saw the opportunity and seized it right away. And that's how you have to play those kind of heroes. Right? If you're playing a hero that relies on burst, you need to pay attention, and if you see what you're looking for, you have to immediately jump it, because it might not happen again. That was a huge Sonic Wave on 3 heroes. It's just a shame that it didn't end up being good enough. Bulba Get silenced up, get slowed. It's gonna try hiding in the trees. He might actually be good with that. Yeah. You know, pretty close there. Silent went in and immediately went for the silence, but it just wasn't quite enough. It appears he's going for an Aghanim Scepter right here. I guess it's a pretty neat item on the hero, and you actually do have some nice initiation to go along with it. Like, you have long range abilities from the Earthshaker and from the Skywrath. So why not? I can see it being useful, but I am just not quite sure if it's like the kind of fighting item you're looking for. But then again, right, what do I know about Night Stalker? Nothing. Not really much of anything. So Resolution has quite a bit of money saved up. I wouldn't be too surprised to just see a straight Skadi, or maybe even a not a butterfly, BKB, right? Go tanky, try to survive, you know. You already deal a lot of damage just because you're Shadow Fiend, and currently your team is definitely helping you out a ton as well. So I think going for that would be fine. I don't really like the BKB too much this game, because there's a lot of long range stuff flying around, and then there's also the Queen of Pain dagger, which is actually very good at cancelling Blink dagger, right? It cancels it for 18 seconds. Oh, it's actually Shadow Strike. I don't know, it sticks a dagger into their bag, it's a dagger, but it cancels your Blink for 18 seconds, which is a long time. And personally, if you want to go for an initiation item right here, I would prefer getting the Shadow Blade. But, you know, we're gonna see about it. Oh, a drag with magic immunity coming out on a lower dance. Sadly, this is not Pokemon, so it's not gonna be super effective. Still dealt quite a bit of damage to the poor little Treant Protector, who now gets bursted down as a response. Magic immunity keeps the Queen of Pain alive. Resolution actually gonna get fingered, and down he goes. That's 2 kills for Team Tinker. And that will be the end of it too. That was well done. The Lion, just like the Queen of Pain, he saw an opportunity. He was like, wait, that Shadow Fiend doesn't have any HP. Finger it! And down he goes. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta go about it. And, you know, they got 2 more kills, and they're starting to really get back into this game. Taking down that Shadow Fiend, of course, a pretty big deal. And he did actually go for a Blink Dagger. I don't know about that. I really don't like that. Firefly, Phantom Lancer, Queen of Pain. And then, of course, there's always the Omni Knight, which, as you blink in, he might be able to respawn, right? And now, then again, you have the Dream, right? You have Earthshaker. Like, your idea here is, okay, you know what? Earthshaker jumps in. I follow up. We blow up the entire team. Never happens, but it would be nice. So, that might be what they're going for, but I don't know. Gonna see about that. I like Blink Dagger on Shadow Fiend in general. I think it's a good item, but I just don't think it will be too useful this game. Like, this game specifically. But it might be. Right. That's the beauty of a Blink Dagger. Actually, you know what? Like, Blink Dagger is kind of like Shadow Fiend incarnate, I guess. Like, it's those 2 items, or not, like that hero and that item, they just kind of are very similar in the fashion that sometimes they just go full on Buster, right? They're just like, oh, well, shit, that didn't do anything, and now we're all dead. Oh, sorry, team. Other times, though, you jump in, you're like, oh, I got 5 of them. G to the G, right? And that's really nice. He's going for a BKB next. Now, that can be very powerful, right? The BKB Blink Dagger. More of an early game build, to be honest. But, you know, it can definitely work. Nah, it's gonna be an interesting one. That's for sure. Treant Protector, in the meantime. Only level 7 so far. Yeah, that poor little guy. That's just kind of what Treant does. He strolls around the woods. He heals people and stacks camps. And he's pretty good at that. You see, like, none of these towers have actually taken any damage yet. And that's Treant for you. Just relaxes all day. Seems like a pretty decent idea, to be honest. Earthshaker now got a Blink Dagger, which is neat. Batrider also got one. Lion is working towards it. I mean, it's gonna take him a little while. Omni Knight warding, so he won't be getting much of anything this game. And the Phantom Lancer, he's got brown boots so far. Well, but you know, like, this I think is fine. Because, look, last game we had a Phantom Lancer that was horrible. Like, that was just awfully played. He didn't finish up his boots early on, and he wanted, like, just brown boots into later TP boots, right? Now, in that game, I didn't like it whatsoever. In this game, I think it's okay, because Team Tinker wins late. They definitely do. There's just no question about it. Phantom Lancers are gonna overpower any of Empire's heroes. I know that. Look, I like Shadow Fiend as much as the next guy. I probably like him more than the next guy. Honestly, fuck the next guy. But he doesn't win against Phantom Lancer late. He just can't do it. He's not good at that kind of fight. Shadow Fiend hits hard. He doesn't hit often. And having like difficulty finding a target as Shadow Fiend, no man, it's just not gonna work. So Team Tinker has this one in the bag if it comes down to the late game. And Black did actually get, right, he did actually get the parts of the diffusal right away. He didn't wait forever to buy them. Like, he was carrying around the Blade of Alacrity as soon as he could afford it. So he had, you know, a little bit more damage for farming, an easier time last setting. Didn't save up like 6 grand before he bought anything. Which, that's, you know, that's another reason why I think this is okay. Now, I would really hate to see TP boots yet. And yes, he's actually skipping them for the time being. Just picking up some Town Portal scrolls. Probably gonna get the Manta stat first. I like it. I think that's gonna be pretty decent. And again, I don't mind not getting brown boots too much. It's gonna be fine. Because, like, he's just looking at the late game. Right? There are basically 2 ways to build a carry. The first one is, you know, okay, we're gonna have fights early on, let's go for some cheaper items and make sure it can be useful, and then build those cheaper items into more powerful ones later on. Something like Yasha would be a prime example for that. Another way you can build them, and this is what Black is doing this time, he's just going straight 6 slot, right? His plan here is to get 6 slotted. He's working towards the goal of having a finished item set. And that's just it, that's the plan. And you know what? That might work out for them. That might be just fine. Oh, and another pause. God, I hate competitive Dota just for this reason. This is awful. Oh well. But yeah, we got the Mantis Knight coming in for Black now. So he's got that going on. And I think all around this Phantom Lancer will do just fine. Oh, Pilot Eye meantime. I don't even know what he's doing though. Their Bulba also gonna fall. Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know what you're doing here. This, what did you expect was gonna happen? That's a little silly, honestly, but I suppose that works. Queen of Pain now got a BKB. That's interesting. I think... No, she actually has to because of all the silencers, right? She needs to be able to do something this game. And with the Night Stalker running around, with the... Oh, we got a bit of a fight. Black trying to go for Sanon. The slow is gonna connect. Damage being done already, and he's got a charge in a few seconds. The Purge and a few more attacks are gonna cut down the Night Stalker. Actually, finishes him off with one last lance. Quajwa, in the meantime, took down the Earthshaker. So, getting that kill as well. That's a 2-for-1 for Team Tinker. That's pretty good. Definitely pretty good. And you know, he just needs to deal with the silencers, right? Like there's Skyriff Mage, there's Night Stalker, and it also allows him to get out of the tree and ultimate, which is pretty neat. So there's always that. I wonder what this Treant is going for. So usually, like, if it comes to carries, I am super critical, right? Oh, that was well done. But you guys know that. I am super critical if it comes to carries. If you're playing a carry and you're buying the wrong items, you are fucking up big time. Because the entire team is making sure you get money, alright? Everybody is sacrificing everything they can get for your sake. If you waste money, then you're wasting all of our efforts. And you're not just playing shitty, you're disrespecting us. Like, that's how I really see it. Like, it's just like, no. As a carry, you buy the right items, or you you don't play carry. End of story. Right? It's a really big deal to me. As a support, I don't really care that much. I really don't. Get whatever you think is right for you. Because like you have less money to begin with. And it's not really that big of a deal what you buy. Because, you know, while Blink Dagger on the Treant is nice. And that's probably what he's going for here. I didn't actually pay attention, but I expect that to be on a green. No, he went for a mecha, right? Like, that is fine. Right? It's just like, oh, okay, my team can use this. Or maybe not. But it doesn't really matter that much. Like, I'm mostly here for my abilities. I'm going to try my hardest. And I make sure that my carries have the money they need to be able to keep this going. Do they have a gem? I assume they do. Night Stalker probably has one. Yeah. And actually with his Aghanim's now, yeah, you see that huge circle of vision? There are gonna be no wards on Team Tinker's map. None whatsoever. That's gonna be pretty nasty. Oh well, Roshan, he's dropping. Of course, Team Tinker has no way of knowing. Their vision is basically non-existent. Right, there are no wards. They just can't see anything. They can definitely guess, it seems reasonable, but they're not gonna get here in time. It's just not gonna happen. They're trying to get that top tower, and you know, while Empire also doesn't have that much vision, I guess it's fine. Roshan goes down, Pylai die. Also going to fire. Aquasia just kind of sitting there, watching his friend get dunked. And Bulba coming in, he goes for a lower dance, bursts it down by the Skyriff Mage though. Oh, the root on the Queen of Pain, but Lion coming in with the finger on Sun, and Phantom Lancer chases down the... Actually, nobody. Okay. Oh well, you know, I guess they got the tree, and that's pretty decent. Oh, Pink Panda. Also going to fall. Team Tinker loses too. And Empire really starting to look pretty solid here. I mean, that Night Stalker is looking nasty. He's getting close to a BKB, which I think is absolutely the right choice, right? He needs that protection, and especially since you're carrying a gem, you don't want to lose that. And you know, like, their experience doesn't really matter that much these days, but the gold is definitely going into the favor of Team Empire. In case you aren't aware of this, by the way, but like, there's this rubber band effect in Dota, right? Like, where if a team is ahead, then the kills on that team, right? If you are ahead and you are on the dire, and I kill you, then I get more money from you than you would get from killing me. Same thing is true for experience. However, that effect is stronger for experience than it is for gold. Which is why this, like, the difference in experience earned is always kind of like even. Like, experience is like almost never that big of a difference. While gold, you can see, like, Empire is always ahead. They have been ahead the entire game, except for the very beginning, but who cares, right? And like, that's why this is so skewed. It's just a little odd. Not a big fan of it, but you know, that's just kind of how it is. Anyway, Phantom Lancer now got his TP boots, which will definitely help him with farming, and allows him to keep the Quelling Blade, which is pretty neat. On top of that, starting to work on that heart. Some people are going to argue for Skadi. I don't think Skadi is the right choice for Phantom Lancer whatsoever. Heart still gives you more HP, like 300 more or something like that. And the regen is quite useful. I like the heart more than the Skadi, if I'm completely honest. So, glad Black agrees with that, and he's going for that item right here. Setting in the illusions just to be a little bit annoying right here. Nothing too crazy. And, well, it seems that they are gonna push. Oh, Boba goes in with the magic immunity on Silent. He's already dropping, protected for the time being, but oh, down he goes. Resolution might be next in line. He's got the edges, but that's gonna resurrect him right in the middle of a bad position. Black looking for another kill. Already took down the Skyriff Mage and the Night Stalker. Resolution might be next in line. Starts casting his ultimate, heals himself up to, you know, not get murdered by everything. But for the time being, the BKB won't protect you that much. The illusions are chasing down Resolution. Black being really, really careful. He doesn't want to get murdered. And down goes the Shadow Fiend. The lower dance might be next in line. Invisibility used, but the gem was dropped. Anybody carrying it? Yep, Pink Panda got a jam himself, and now a lower dance will be the next to fall. Yoki, meantime, picked off by Black. That's a 4-4-1 in favor of Team Tinker. Huge fight. Huge fight. And they're definitely gonna take that. Oh yeah, and Black immediately TPs to the bottom, seizing the opportunity, looking for that tower kill. He might even be able to get Always Wanna Fly, honestly. I don't know. It seems like that's something that could happen, but he doesn't want to risk it. Night Stalker is back alive. I don't know if he bought back. And he's actually gonna find Black. Stun already coming out. Not really stun, but you know, slow already coming out. Sounds used. That Black ready to turn it around. Doesn't want to risk anything though. He doesn't have any mana left. He's fine with just surviving. So he's gonna go back, start healing up again, and you know, he's getting really close to that heart. That Phantom Lancer looking pretty nasty at this point. And you see, this is kind of the look. See that skill card, Black? You are everything that Envy isn't. Holy shit, like, this is how you play that, right? Like, this is the build that Envy in the last game went for and just failed horribly at, and Black is executing it perfectly, right? This is how you're supposed to play it if you're going for that kind of build with the stats and with the early TP boots, right? This is it, not the kind of shit he did. Like, that was awful. And what he did, like as you can see, it's perfectly viable. It's like a decent idea. It works great. Black is doing fantastic. But that's because he's doing it properly and not playing like a goddamn idiot. So there's always that. Sorry, I'm still upset over that. Oh, hello, dance? Nah, no illusions spawn on that one. Well, by the way, as we saw in the last fight, Resolution now has this BKB down. Got a use on Earthshaker, which is pretty interesting. Vladimir's done on the Tune Protector. I like that, you know, get your team a little bit of additional armor. I would expect to see... And the Soul Cross on the Night Stalker, this just seems like the kind of item that hero would go for, but... I don't know. Gotta admit, I still don't really like the Night Stalker that much. It doesn't seem like he does anything, right? Like, yeah, he's been doing much better this game than he did last time, but does it really seem like he has been a huge contributor to this game? Because I don't think so. Like, somebody else could probably do a lot more with actually quite a bit less as well. It's just weird. I suppose he doesn't have that much money if you go into the net worth tab. Like, it's okay, but just weird. Also, that net worth tab is telling us something very important right now, and that is the Shadow Fiend is not leading the game anymore. If you're playing Shadow Fiend and you're not leading the game, that's when you start worrying, right? Especially if it's at 30 minutes. Right now, this guy is in his prime. And it doesn't seem to be good enough. So, it will be interesting to see what Resolution cooks up for us. Like, if he can somehow make this one work. For the time being, it appears though that both teams are content with just farming on. Green of Pain probably going for a Hex right here. I think that's fine, right? That's a perfectly okay item. Personally, I like Aghanims though. Let me be honest, like the damage increase from the Aghanims isn't actually that much. It's like 85. It's not great, right? But the reduced cooldown is, in my opinion, very valuable. Nonetheless, you know, like he's going for a different build that can definitely work for the team as well. So it should be fine. Batch Rider, Jam, 4-staff, Blink, basically all the hero needs. No, that's it. He doesn't need any more. And the Black now has finished his heart. I wonder if he will have buyback available. Not quite. Not quite. He needs a little bit more. Don't expect him to die first in the fight though. So he's likely to have it in case he needs it. I'm gonna see about that, right? You can see the fear coming out from Empire, by the way, right? They are being very aggressive. They are looking to finish this game. Because if they can't, then that Phantom Lancer will just take over. And right, look at the positioning from their side. It's just like, yeah, let's do this, right? But they aren't too sure where they want to go exactly, and it just kind of blows a little bit. Oh, a lower dance. Oh, buddy. Yeah, not a great idea. Not a great idea. 9 takes that kill really quick. And up here, Resolution. Resolution just got picked off. Oh man, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's gonna delay the push for at least another 2 minutes. And
Radiant's mid tower's getting bad.
actually, it seems that Black, he's starting to look to take some towers himself. That mid will drop. There's no way for Empire to defend us. They just can't do it.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Oh, Fisher and Pilot die. Nice one, blocking off the path as well, but Black used up into the air. A lower dance grabs him. Silence, but Mantistar will get rid of all of those things. Yoki coming in with the dunk, barely does any damage, and now he will be the one to fall. Out of mana already, picked off by the Phantom Lancer. A lower dance might be next in line, bursted down quickly. Meantime, in the background, it seems that they also lost Scarif? I'm not really sure who. Scarif? No, he died here. Ushik? No. No. Okay, nobody at here. I don't know. I guess the Night Stalker managed to get out of there just fine. It's now going for lightnings. Ooh, that's interesting. I like the idea of it, right? The idea of the Mjolnir. Because if Phantom Lancer attacks something and he has the Mjolnir effect on it, the constant lightning proc will just destroy the illusions, right? Like, that's just gonna tear them apart. So, that seems like a decent idea, but at the same time, I feel like having an Assault Cuirass on the Radiant's team would be very beneficial to them. It's weird. Also, has the Aghanims really done anything for them? That's the thing about Night Stalker with Aghanims, right? It's such a gimmicky item in my opinion. Like, the effect is... like, it's super interesting, don't get me wrong. I think this is really what an Aghanims effect should be. But... I just don't see the point of it this game, right? Like, what is it doing for them? I would like to see an Aghanims on a Night Stalker that's not a safe lane farmer. Right? In that scenario, I wouldn't mind it. Let's say the Night Stalker was... I don't know. Off lane. Wait, sure. Get that vision for your carries. But you're looking to deal some damage, right? Aghanims won't help you deal damage. I guess the vision is gonna come in handy, but... it's not that big of a deal. Meantime, Roshan taken by the Dire Queen of Pain. Picking up the edges. Black doesn't think he needs it, and he's probably right about that. Also, I wouldn't be too surprised if he just doesn't want to drop the Quelling Blade. Oh, Resolution, what are you doing? And I praised you so highly early on. Down he goes. Black looking very powerful right now. I wonder what he's going for next. Oh. Silent. BKB used. Bulba chasing him down. Wait. Bulba, that's the wrong button. I think Bulba just double-clicked his blink. Well, Silent, he's trapped in between a rock and a hard place, as you might say. Slow coming out. And the Hex, and the Stun, and the Phantom Lance. And that's it. Down goes Silent. I don't know what Empire's doing. It seems like they're throwing this game away. Pickoffs here and there just aren't acceptable against this kind of lineup. Team Tinker is now ahead on kills. They are surely ahead on gold and experience. This is just snowballing out of control, and you just can't have this going on. Soon the Queen of Pain will have more money than your Shadow Fiend. I'm sorry. While Queen of Pain is very good at farming, this shouldn't be happening. BKB used though. She's trapped, and they're not gonna take her like that. Oh, that takes a little bit more effort. And then lower dance. Yeah, he will be the one to actually fall right here. So does the Skyriff Mage, and 2 more kills coming out for the Dire. And some might say the Radiant are in a dire situation. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. We got the butterfly done on Black if he wants it. If he wants to save for buyback, then that's fine. Because frankly, he doesn't need to do anything else. And Resolution, what in the living hell are you thinking? That's another BKB used. And that wasn't a 5-second BKB, right? God, you can't challenge him. What they need to do here, Alright, what Empire needs to do is they need to relax. And they need to go in as 5. And they need to hope to somehow kill the Phantom Lancer, right? Like, the best plan is probably just to use him up into the air and pull a Shadow Fiend ultimate beneath it. And you already got the Blink Dagger. Right? Got the Blink Dagger. At least make use of the combo. But that's just not happening. Butterfly now down on Resolution. That is not actually as offensive of an item as it may seem. It's gonna be useful against the Phantom Lancer because it blocks 35% of all physical damage, right? Still, I would rather see a Skadi, you know, just go tanky, but I suppose he wants more damage, and that's fine. Whatever the hell you want to do, man, but you gotta stop dying horribly. And that goes out to your entire team. That's how you lose the game. Well, Silent currently hasted. Night is going on, but they're just doing nothing. Nothing. Ultimate activated from Silent, but still nothing. Well, that tower is taking some pressure here. Black, smoked up, and magic immune. While his illusions are pushing. This doesn't really make a lot of sense, Black, and you kind of know it, right? You could just go push. Well, down goes the tower. Oh, the grab on a lower dance. And it seems he's gonna fall without a fight. No, the tree ultimate is used, and he's burning. Down he goes. Silent, hexed up, fingered up, down he goes. Black takes that kill. That's 2 down. I don't think we have a buyback on Silent. Nope, not even close. Resolution. Can't defend that on his own. Quadra already jumping in very aggressively, looking for that hex, you know, like, he can definitely do it. Also got to put a Shiva's guard now, which is kind of interesting, I suppose. Down goes the tower, and the barracks will be next in line, and I just don't believe that there's anything Empire can do here. Oh, Quasha jumps in, stunned up immediately, and will actually get boosted down in return. But, you know, this is where the Aegis comes into play. Yules, BKB, and he messes it up horribly. Well, that's unfortunate. Down goes the barracks, another BKB charge used, and Team Tinker is just going to fall back. And let me be honest with you, the more I watch of competitive Dota, the more I come to the conclusion that people that play this game kind of suck. Like, in general. Now, if you take a look at Smash, right? Like, the top level of play in Smash is getting really close to perfection. Right? And that is a game where perfection is beyond human limits. Like, you literally cannot do it. But the top players are doing incredible shit. Like, unbelievable plays. Oftentimes when I look at these games, I'm just like, this is just not good. I don't know what you're doing here. Like, this is just bad play. Empire needs to start doing something, right? I don't know why they are defending and farming. They're not gonna win through that. They just lost their barracks. You think you're gonna win if you farm some more and the Phantom Lancer gets even more powerful? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Black is about to be 6-slotted. Selling the Ring of Aquila, the only thing left. Picks up a Basher, working on an Abyssal Blade now. What are you going to do next? Right? What are you gonna do when he actually has that? No, I don't know either, man. I don't know either. I would like to see crits more than Abyssal Blade. Abyssal Blade is very powerful, don't get me wrong. I just like crits on illusion-based heroes. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this tower will fall. There's nothing Empire can do about it. And that might be the problem with the next tower as well. Black just pushing down the creep wave. He does have enough money for the Abyssal Blade now. I think for the time being he's not gonna buy anything though. Magic immunity keeping him safe. And well,
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
it's falling. And they can't really do much against those illusions, to be honest. They overcommit to killing them. You see, it takes it a while, but down goes the tower. And it's low coming out in resolution. If these start spawning an army, then you are running into some serious trouble. But Black, he's not afraid. He's just sitting in front. He's tanky, he's powerful, and he knows it. Oh, the dunk coming out, and Quasha gonna get popped by resolution right away. Shadow Fiend now bashed up. The Badge Rider grabbing him. He will likely fall Yules, keeping him alive for the time being, but Black is gonna take that kill. Actually, not yet. Not quite yet. Yoki is looking for a little bit more, but that's just not gonna happen. A lower dance. Is he gonna die? Does the illusion have a dash? Come on, you can do this. No. Meantime, we got a bit more of a fight down here. Omni Knight and the Shadow Fiend trade lives. It's actually a 1-4-3 for Team Tinker. Shadow Fiend buying back right here. He's gonna chase away Black. And oh my god, Black is just gonna turn this around immediately. Goes on Yoki. He's not afraid. Doppelganger used and a huge army chasing down the entirety of Team Empire. And they're not afraid. But down goes the Phantom Lancers anyway. That's pretty good for Team Tinker, but there were some buybacks used in there. Nonetheless, they definitely... Not Team Tinker, I'm sorry, Team Empire. They definitely won that fight. And they're looking pretty solid now. At the same time, their barracks are pretty dead here. So... they do have a treant though, which is actually very lucky, right? Having a treant helps a lot in this situation because he can heal up your buildings. And that's rather useful. Omni Knight now got a blink dagger. I like that blink dagger. You know, that's just like you blink in, you repel, and you guardian angel and shit. Just allows you to be in a good position. It's of course not an offensive item, but it's you know, more of like a... It's like a healing item, honestly. It's like it allows you to get off the heals and the magic immunities you want, which is pretty neat. Well, Lion has got a blink dagger and a 4-staff now. I don't know why the Earthshaker went for a Hand of Midas. That's a little weird to me, I have to admit, but I guess maybe he wants to get a refresh here and, you know, Hand of Midas will help him with that. I don't know though, like Hand of Midas takes like 20 minutes to pay for itself. This is a little, a really late Hand of Midas actually. I'm not quite sure what that is about. MKB now down on resolution. That's a strong item. He will hit really hard now. Like you can see, he hits for 400 on each attack. That's very powerful. So you know, maybe the Shadow Fiend can carry this. Maybe. I don't think they can really make this last much longer though, but I don't know. Black now got his Abyssal. At the same time, this is about as powerful as Black will become. Right, like he's 6-slotted, that's it. There's nothing else he can buy at this point. This is just it, this is all of it. End of the item progression. So it will be interesting to see what he can make happen with that, because he did die in the last fight. Oh, and Empire. They find the Dunker Quasha, and down he goes again. Black currently magic immune, charging in on a lower dance. The root is used. So is the Doppelganger though, and a lower dance will actually end up being fine. Lion goes down. 2 buybacks coming out from Team Tinker. Resolution. Ultimated right here. He's dropping fast. Yule's keeping him alive for the time being. Pink Panda looking for that kill, and they get him. Yoki jumps in and he will pay for that. I don't know what that was. That was stupid. Best case scenario, you get a kill. You still die. Like, there's just no way around. That was stupid. I don't know. A bit weird, I guess. Well, Black is gonna go ahead and take those barracks. Yeah, those are going down, that's for sure. He has plenty of damage to do so. Get back, Skyrev. He will kill you if you get too close. I think Black could have gotten that kill right there. I think he can get it right here. Oh. Well, down it goes. I think that's gonna about do it. I predict like one more team fight, and then we're gonna see the GG from Empire. There is a chance they can win this still, right? It is indeed possible. It is incredibly unlikely. I just don't believe that. I'm sorry. Roshan, you know, gonna get taken down right here. Edge is probably gonna be put on the Queen of Pain. Expect Black to just not take anything because he's powerful enough. Night Stalker, he's now got the Basher. This is awful, I don't get this. Like, I guess he can get Lightnings now. I don't get why he got a Basher though. Like, what is the point? Basher in of itself is not actually that great of an item. It really is not. Like, Abyssal Blade is very good. But Basher? Nah, it's okay. At best. Like, it's not great. It's just not. Abyssal Blade is awesome though. If you're gonna get a Basher, get an Abyssal Blade. Don't just get a Basher. Like, what is the point of that? Unless you're playing Phantom Assassin. Works really well on Phantom Assassin, but I don't see it on another hero. Double damage on Black now. That's just insultingly high damage. He currently hits for what? 620? Oh, that's pretty mean. Oh well. Expect to see one last push from Team Tinker in a second. Again, the Phantom Lancer 6 slotted. He does have money for a buyback, so what we will likely see is he runs in, starts bashing on the buildings. If he dies, he just buys back and TPs in immediately. And that's gonna be it, right? If he doesn't die, then that's it anyway. But yeah, got himself an Aegis. Is now working on an Assault Cuirass, which is... I like that. That's pretty good. Like, Assault Cuirass is always useful to have on a team. Who's got to cheese? Omni Knight? Seems so, yeah. Well, Black is sitting right in the middle of the fight. Sitting right up front. Working on that tower. And he gets it. Barracks are falling, and this is where Empire needs to fight. Resolution jumps in, doesn't pop the ultimate, cancels it, hexed up. Scream coming out, and he's already halfway down. Black is looking to finish him, and there goes Resolution. That's probably gonna do it. Silent can't do much to fight that. Buyback not available for Resolution. Without the Shadow Fiend, there's no way, and here come the GG calls. That's gonna do it. Team Tinker takes it over. Team Empire. In this epic match of the ESL ONE Frankfurt 2015 qualifiers. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. That would be fantastic. And this was not the greatest game. Oh well. Honestly, it's difficult to find great game in the competitive setting. It really is. It's just a lot of the same heroes right now. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you tomorrow.